What's up team, welcome to another video. My name is Neoman. Over the last few years, I've lost 50 kilos. Now it is my mission to help as many people as possible lose weight, get fit, get healthy, and become their best selves, because that's what losing weight did for me and I want to spread it to others. In this video, I'm going to share with you the one priority with my nutrition whenever I go abroad, whenever I've traveled, that has allowed me to continue to crush my goals in fat loss. If not lose weight, then at least maintain my weight whenever I'm on holiday. Because I know that that's a little bit of a struggle. Whenever you go on holiday, it's harder to continue losing weight or maintain your weight because the food options that are available aren't as good as when you're at home, because at home you have your routine, you have your structure, you can go shopping, you know where everything is. So it's important to go back to first principles whenever you're traveling, so that you can still maintain that healthy lifestyle and feel energized and feel good when you're away, as well as when you're at home. So over the last few weeks, 11 weeks actually, I've been in Bali and I've been in Thailand. At home I'm vegetarian, I've lived in London for a year. So I've been in lots of different environments and I've been exposed to different conditions, which has allowed me to build the skills to respond to these different environments and respond to these different conditions and make the best decisions. So I want to share that with you. The number one thing that I prioritize, the one thing that I think is the most important thing with my nutrition that I look out for, is protein. There's a number of different reasons for this, but looking out for protein when in Bali, when in Thailand, and just trying to stick to those choices, especially when you're moving around and you're not able to track food, has actually allowed me to get into better shape whilst I'm here, because I'm just picking the right foods. I'm just looking at different protein sources and making a judgment of what would be the best thing for me to consume in this moment of time. Now, obviously sometimes I'll have a little treat, like yesterday I got this little pancake thing. It wasn't even that good, to be honest. But most of the time I'm looking at what can I get the most protein in my plate for. I'm just looking around in the food markets, I'm looking around in restaurants, in the menu. To be honest, I'm really bad at choosing what to get for food. I'm like a little bit of a foodie. All these things on the menu, I get all this decision fatigue. Should I get this? Should I get that? Like, what's the best thing? I'm trying to optimize the decision when actually I'll probably just like anything anyway. So this actually provides a framework or a model for me to choose my food, because I'm like, what has the most protein? Go for that. There's 3 reasons why it's really important to do this whenever you're traveling, or even at home when you're not in control of the food that you're consuming. And if you can do this, it's probably going to allow you to stay on track with your fat loss goals. If not lose weight, then at least maintain your weight too. The number one reason is because protein is incredibly satiating. It's the most satiating macronutrient. The reason for this is because it's really slow to digest, and it takes a lot of energy for your body to break it down. So that means it stays in your system or your digestive tract longer, meaning that you feel fuller. So if you can prioritize protein, whether you're at home or whether you're traveling, and you can eat that first, you're gonna get full up quicker. That means you're gonna consume fewer calories overall. Actually, I'm gonna tell you a little story on that as well. One of my friends, he's from school actually, and he's always been in great shape, he's always been in the gym, and his dad used to tell him, and this was such a good habit to build into your kid, but his dad used to tell him whenever he got chicken and rice, his dad used to always tell him, eat the protein first, then eat the carbs. That has become so habitualized inside of him that that's just always what he does wherever he is. He doesn't even have to think about it. That's probably the reason why he's able to stay pretty lean all the time, because that's just a habit that's ingrained in him. So if you're trying to lose weight or get into better shape, prioritize protein and just eat it first, because you'll get full quicker and then you probably won't need as many carbs, and then your calories will be a lot more controlled. Number 2, the reason why protein is important is because it supports muscle growth, muscle repair, muscle recovery. When you go to the gym, you lift weights, you tear your muscle fibers apart. This releases energy, allows you to lift the weight stronger, it allows you to like push the weight. And then when you rest, when you sleep, when you recover, when you eat, is when the muscle regrowth happens. But the muscle regrowth can only happen if you give it the right nutrients, and those nutrients are protein. Number 3, I mentioned this earlier, but protein has a higher thermogenic effect than fats and carbs. So it burns more calories to digest protein than digesting carbohydrates and fat. So what does that mean? Well, if you're eating all protein, you're just going to be burning more calories throughout the day. so it's easier to be in a deficit. How do I do this in practice? How do I make sure that I'm getting enough protein in throughout the day, whenever I'm traveling? What system do I use? So look, at home I was a vegetarian. In London I could eat chicken, but I was living on more of a budget because I wasn't earning a crazy amount and London's expensive. And Bali food is cheap, so I just had to find restaurants which serve the right food. In Thailand, I'm able to cook a little bit, but I'm also going to food markets in the evening. So there's loads of different environments that I've been exposed to and loads of different situations. I could have easily, in any of these situations, just been like, nah, I'm not gonna do it, I'm just gonna eat rice. And if I did that, I definitely would have overeaten. Number two, I probably wouldn't have been able to maintain or improve my physique whilst being out. So the system that I use is a version of my 2-1 day planning method. So what I do is, during the day, you get most of your protein in. So in your first 2 meals, your breakfast and your lunch, or if you're fasting, then just your lunch, you get most of your protein in, and then dinner you can enjoy a bit more fun and flexibility. So for me, I don't really start eating till 2, so I have lunch at 2 p.m. and I'll just keep that to protein. It'll be like half a chicken, loads of eggs, or loads of tofu, or something that is just full of protein, maybe some veg on the side. It allows me to get a massive chunk of my supposed protein target done at the beginning of the day. Then the meal 2 is this protein shake, potentially like a little snack. And then meal 3, I can enjoy a bit more flexibility. I still try and include some protein in, but maybe I have some noodles with some chicken, or maybe even some pork or some egg, fried rice. And that's when I can have some carbs. Just by keeping to that system of aiming to get most of my protein in throughout the day, and then having a bit more flexibility at night, it's a really good structure for me, and I think for a lot of people, to make sure that they can hit their goals, crush their goals, maintain their weight, lose weight, also have fun, flexibility in the evenings when you're socializing, when you're out with friends, when you're more likely to want to have something a little bit different. So, in summary, protein is important, and wherever you are in the world, wherever you're traveling, whatever you're doing, if you can just look to protein sources and use that as a principle for your nutrition, it's gonna have a lot of benefits in you being able to lose weight or build muscle or maintain your weight and maintain shape. So try to do that, and do that by basically just focusing on getting a lot of protein in the first 2 meals of the day. And then later on in the day is when you can have a lot of fun and flexibility. If you enjoyed that video, if that's gonna help you on your journey, then check out my other videos, because I'm solving 100 fat loss problems in 100 days. So there's probably a lot of value in those videos, solving a lot of problems for you, and you don't have to make the mistakes that I did. But until tomorrow, peace, and go get it.